Hello, in this tutorial we will talk about default values of the instance variables. The instance variables are the class variables which are non-static variables. We will talk about static in later tutorials. And now let's create a class. Let's say student. And inside student, let's declare string name. Let's declare int age, int grade, and let's declare character category. As we see, those are the class attributes, or as we learned, the properties of the object which will be created of type student. Okay, but let's know that those attributes are called instance variables. But if you declare another variable and let's say it x, but we declare x as static variable. So in this case we have name, age, grade and category are instance variables, while x is static variable, not instance variable. And we will talk about static later, as we mentioned in the beginning of the tutorial. So let's remove it now. And now let's create also another class. Let's name it course. And in the course class, let's add the following attributes. Let's say string name, so the course will have a name. Let's declare a boolean variable. Let's say available. And let's declare another double variable. Let's name it cost. So those attributes will represent the follow. The name will represent the name of the course. Available will represent whether the course is available or not. Cost will represent the cost of the course. And then let's create our main class that will contain our main method. And inside it, let's declare course, and let's name it course with small letters equal new course. And then let's declare student, and let's name it also student equal new student. And now let's debug the program and observe the default values that will be assigned by the instance variables. Let's start debugging from this point. Debug as Java application. Switch to the debug perspective. Now let's start, and notice here, let's step over this line. Look at the course object. Let's open it and see its instance variables. As we see, available is by default assigned by false, so we deduce that any boolean variable inside an object is assigned by false. That's by default. Cost, which is of type double, is assigned by 0.0, so that's the default value of the double. And name, which is string, is assigned by null value. Okay, now let's step over the second line. Let's see. Let's open the variable student attributes and see. Student has age attribute which is of type integer, so its default value is 0. It has category which is character, and its default value is a blank space. As we see, that is blank space. Grade attribute is 0. That's because it is the same as age, integer data type. and name, which is string data type, is assigned by default by null. Okay, let's now terminate our program and let's do another practice inside the course. For example, let's say we have array of student, as we see student, and let's debug our program again and see. Debug. Okay, let's trace. That's course. As we see, it has available, which is by default false, cost 0.0, name null, and the student, which is array, is also null. Okay, let's try also to assign array of primitive data types. Let's say int, and let's name it my array. It's of type integer. Let's debug again. F6. Let's open course. Let's observe the variable my array is also assigned by null. Arrays are also assigned by default by null. Okay, what if we initialized the array inside the class? Let's terminate and see. Let's say equals new int, and let's say 8 for example, and here let's say equal new student, and let's say also 10. Take care, this new student didn't create a new object of student. It just allocated an array inside the memory of type student. Let's debug and see. Debug. Let's trace. F6. Let's have a look now. Available false, cost 0.0. And now let's see my array now. As we see, my array now is initialized, so it's not null as in the previous debug. And when we open it, we notice that its elements are by default initialized by 0, which is the default value of the integer data type. Okay, but what if we opened the array of student? Let's open it and see. That's the difference. It allocated in the memory 10 elements, but all of them are referring to null. From all of what we observed, we deduced that instance variables' primitive data types have default values, while non-primitive data types have no default values. Their default value is null. Okay, in this tutorial, we go through the default values of instance variables. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.